Thank you, viewers. Welcome to Abifa Podcast Show today. This is season. This is a season of the Yuletide period, and Christmas in the here, New Year is coming. And today I have a guest, a beautiful young lady, who is my guest today. And today's topic is going to be a very interesting one. She will do an introduction. She will introduce herself to you, viewers, and at the same time, you get your seat and sit down. Take a bottle of wine, take drinks because you are going to get a lot of information from her. Today, my topic is why will a lady or a woman don't talk about her age, or why will a woman don't like a man asking about her age? That's the topic we are treating. And I have with me my guest. You are welcome to Alpha Studio.
I'm Yamolere Busola.
Omolere.
Iya Omolere Busola.
Iya Omolere Busola. Iya Omolere Busola. That's a wonderful name in Yoruba land. Iya Omolere Busola. Welcome, Busola. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
You're looking good. I'm also looking good. This is Santa Claus Abifab here in the studio. You're welcome. I love your smiling this morning. You're looking good. Now, the instances that we have seen ladies get angry, get pissed off when a guy or a young man asks her about her age. With your experience, what do you think is the cause why a lady will get angry about her age, asking her about her age? Please, can you share your experience on that?
And for me, I just see asking of age.
Yeah.
I don't see any bias or anything wrong about it. But one thing is that it's low self-esteem that makes people feel if they ask you about your age, you feel bad. When someone have a low self-esteem and feel like they are running out of time. Because at 30, 20, 25, you're not yet married. And there are some certain things you've not achieved. And someone is actually prompting your age first. As a first instance of meeting, the person might actually feel bad that, am I running out of time? Am I not enough? Am I not in the level of that person? Have I not met up with the standard? So low self-esteem is one of those things that make people feel if you're meeting for the first time and you're asking, how old are you? Fine, it's very, very wrong. But I don't see anything wrong with it because asking of your age is not any bias. Age is just a number. One thing is, even if you're at 30, at 25, at 20, one thing is an achievement. One thing I believe is achievement is the most important thing. Age is nothing. If somebody of 45 just achieving some certain things, it doesn't really matter.
No.
One thing is you set your goals and you're achieving them. It's the most important thing.
Especially ladies.
Yes. So ladies that set their goals, they make sure that they meet up with their standard. That's why some people get married very late. Oh, I want to be a manager at so age. I want to get my own ride. I want to have my own house. So they're trying to meet up with all those things that when they get to meet the man, you will be seeing them less. So when somebody now comes and be asking that how old are you, as the first instance of just meeting, we're just talking. But I believe that a normal courtesy and a matured guy should never ask for age. Maybe the next outing, or maybe they are chatting on WhatsApp or on Instagram or anything on social media. You can actually ask for it. But when you are meeting one-on-one, just talk about the general things. How are you? Where do you stay? And all those things, fine. But asking for age in the first instance is wrong. Because sometimes, even if the person is older, you can still be friends. But the moment you already set age as the first limit, you already spoil the relationship. Because one thing, I don't believe that if the age is the barrier of the thing, you can still be a friend. And sometimes friendship lasts longer than even just saying, oh, I want to date this person. And some people that come into your life, they come into your life to build you up for a purpose.
Yes.
But the moment you set into a relationship for it, you already killed everything. So one thing is, if you're meeting for the first time, don't talk about age. Maybe later on. And if you feel like age is the barrier of the relationship, keep the relationship to go and get somebody else.
Viewers, young men watching, you can hear my guest. She's ditching out, especially guys, men. She's telling you the first meeting, first outing, don't ask her about her age. She's warning you so that you will not spoil the show. Second, third, later you can be asking that. Now, is there any value drop for women? Like you rightly said, it's a psychological thing. Is there any value drop in age when ladies are growing older? Is there any value drop?
Yes, you know,
In the eyes of men.
yeah, you know, our elders will say, as women grow older, there are some things, their reproductive systems begin to function less.
Okay.
And that's it. Even the medically, they will tell you that as you're getting older, the kind of strength you have when you were just 15, 18,
20,
see, and the eggs you were releasing is not the same again.
Yeah.
You know, when some people in their own family area, were at 40, they will have gotten to their menopause.
Yeah.
Some people is 45, some people 48. So it's just by luck. So one thing is, and you know now medical this transition now is already helping out.
Okay.
But notwithstanding, even we don't need to wait for medical.
Okay.
Whatever we need to do early, we should do it early. But one thing is, even if the man doesn't come early, we can't kill ourselves. That's just it. Just have to blend with the reality of life. That whatever that fits into my journey, I manage it. Because if you go ahead of your shadow, the shadow will actually kill you last. That's just the truth. Because you will come back to
where you
are supposed to be. Because the shadow is supposed to be behind you, and you're supposed to be at the front. So if you take your shadow at your front and you are behind, you will still go back.
Sure.
So that's just the reality. So I don't see anything wrong with that.
For instance, teenagers 13 to 19, the mature ones 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, at that age, when you meet some of them, they might be 17 because of the maturity. Ask them, they say they are 22, 23. Is it that they want to grow? They want to be at that age. Those are the late 40. Ask them, they will say they are 25. So why is this thing in ladies like that? A young man will tell you I'm 17, will tell you I'm 19. But a lady of 17, 18 will tell you she's 23, 24. A woman of 45 who is not married or who has not actually acquired a lot of things will tell you she's 25 or 27. Because I begin to look. The younger ones want to be older. The older ones want to be younger. What do you say to that, my dear guest?
And for the younger ones that are actually adding to their age, you know, as this puberty age is already, has already changed.
Yeah.
So you can see somebody of 15 years that will look like 22 years because she's busty and she's robust and everything, and she's looking beyond that age. She begins to mention a lesser age. Guys will begin to
look at
her like a baby and start treating her less, or start involving her to things that she might not really like. So they feel like if I add to my age, you will still give me my own respect. For the older ones, you know, as they're getting older, they have these wrinkles in their face, and their body, the skin is becoming out of layers because some of them that use creams and all those things. So they tend to like see themselves that they're getting older. So they applied many things to make them look younger, to be able to meet up with standard. You know, one thing is the way you dress, the way you be addressed. So if you don't package yourself very well, people might actually feel like, this one is not up to my standard. I can't date her. She's looking shallow and she's looking
shabby,
all those things, and looking unkept. But so people just try to package themselves. Finally, they're not meeting up with the time. They may be at 35 and 40, and yet they've not seen who to get married to. So one thing is they package themselves to meet up and say, okay, let me look younger. Maybe I'll look more attractive to whoever is coming, so that when the person sees me, I will look pleasing and presentable to them. So that's what I just see in the age changing of him.
I've seen an instance where a lady will say reason why they don't like disclosing their age or say their correct age is that by the time the guy got to know about their age, the actual age, that some of them drop out of the relationship.
Okay.
Can that be a good reason? Can age be a good reason why you're dropping a lady out of a relationship? Or there's something else he doesn't want to say? Is it just age, or he has something in his mind? As a lady, how do you feel about that? Or maybe you have friends who explain these things.
For me, you know, one thing is every man has self ego.
Yeah.
So their self ego will always tell them that every woman that is older than them will not respect them. That's their belief. That's just the belief. That anybody that is older will not respect them and will not give them the due respect to them. And it's not like that. One thing is, it's home training.
Yeah.
If you are well brought up properly, you know that even if my husband is older than me, whatever entitled that is given to him, whatever due respect is given to him, you give to him. I have seen people that are, the wife is older and the husband is younger, and they are fine, and they will live peacefully. And you see some people that age is just, oh, my husband is older, I'm younger. At the end of the day, they don't relate. They feel like he's controlling me too much. He's making me feel less.
To each other.
you see somebody that is 40 and the lady is 25, begin to treat her as if I'm not your mate, oh, I'm not I'm better than your elder brother at home, oh, respect me, oh. All those things too that matters. I still see someone that, okay, the wife is older, the husband is younger. She already knows. I still give him his own respect. I feel like I still be saying daddy. And we're not even calling his name. Just to pretend to you and make it look as if this man is older than me. I'm giving him his respect. So sometimes it's just about every individual character and individual personality and mentality. It's not all about this age of a thing. Because sometimes, one thing I believe is I don't want somebody to be too older than me. I don't want I don't want us to be the age mate.
But you don't want to be too older.
And I don't want it to be too older because I feel if we can relate, we're fine. I don't want to be having this phobia of, hey, that Watimbo and all those things, and I'll be feeling tensed. I'll be running around etasketa because you are coming. That's not marriage. Marriage is something that it should be enjoyable.
Yeah, sure.
It's something that, you can be able to flaunt everywhere, right and left. Not that, that Watimbo, and you now run inside.
And you think it's age? Because I've seen some relationship where man married, in fact, his first son is older than his last wife. You understand? But if you see that, you hardly knew that something, they are not age mates. You understand? I don't think that has to do with age. I think it has to do with the cooperation between the both.
No, sometimes this culture, age is very, very
sure.
So men, they feel like if they're older, you can't talk to them anyhow. But they don't know that one thing about marriage is that marriage we break every of your ego. There's no
we fold you.
There's nothing like about age here. If you want peace in your marriage, some people that you see that they are enjoying their marriage because they already dropped their age. They feel if I blend with her as if we are mates, I will enjoy this marriage. So they already dropped that. But people that are still kept that ego of I'm not your mate, I'm not than your elder brother at home, I'm not this. They'll be having issue because the wife will begin feel inferior and be feeling like I don't want to say this now, you get angry. But there are some people that they feel like age is nothing. When she wants to talk, she just talk. And later maybe she feels she's wrong. She'll say, Emma Bina, I'm so sorry. And that is the end. So one thing is that age sometimes to some people's mentality it's a barrier. So I don't believe that age stuff. If a lady is not older, is younger, should not be a problem.
What advice are you going to give men or young guys who drop ladies in courtship because of age? I give instances in the first video I did where when a young man of 38 had a young lady of 36, and I said after coming to visit him the first time they are meeting, after 2 weeks the lady has been on leave, and he came to tell me, sir, it's like I will cut off this relationship. I said, why? He said the lady's too old. I said, don't you aware that was her age before you? He said he was aware that he discovered some things. Is it really true that the age of a woman, like you talk about menopause and stuff, is it limited, or a man should be man enough to go into marriage without bothering about age? Man should be man enough instead of bothering about age. If you marry a woman that is older than you, see her as a wife. You see, what I always think is, especially in marriage, we are not discussing marriage this time, but we're talking about age. Age has to do also in marriage. Is that the way you take her or the way you pick him, you understand, in marriage is the way you meet him or meet her. You see her to be your grandma, she remains your grandma. You see her to be your wife, she's your wife. You see him to be your father, your love, and your mate. You understand? But this time around, what we are seeing now is that majority of the young men, I'm sorry to say, majority of the young men are not ready. So they are always looking for excuse. But the other area is our ladies hiding this age. Our lady hiding this age. Dear viewers, thank you for joining us. And today we are also talking on the reason why ladies keep hiding ages, hiding their age, and what is the reason, and how can we come in and discuss this issue. My guest Busola has been helping us, and we are still discussing in this view. Busola, you particularly, when you grew up and you met your man, did you adjust your age, or you told him your actual age?
See, I'm this kind of person. I'm a very blunt kind of person. I don't waste people's time, and I don't want people to waste my time. So even the first day we met, we will actually talk about age. But as time goes on, We already talk about the religion, already talk about where we're staying. We are talking about family. Oh, I'm the last
So
one.
he wasn't bothered about your age.
Was not even bothered. That's what I'm saying, that is maturity.
He wasn't bothered.
It was not.
If it happens that you're older than him, will he still marry you?
I'm just sharing you because see, some people already had some programs on their head that this is what I'm going for. Age doesn't really matter. Where you are coming from doesn't really matter. If you don't meet up my standard, I'll build you up to my standard. So when you already have this kind of mentality, there are some things that are little things that are just a dust. And you just dust off and so I just see that it's all about maturity. If you just pick the most important thing, because all little things you want to pick, there's something that is just something that we can dust off and be able to like adjust. When I met my own husband, when we already talked and all those things, we didn't really talk about age. But along when he asked for my age, which I said, let's see, fine, he was meeting up with what I wanted. I don't want someone that will be too old, that I want to be able to blend with. So we're fine.
You were fine.
I was fine. He was also fine. Because he too said he doesn't want somebody that was too old. I'll be too young, that I will not be able to blend with. I will not be saying, we begin to drag age. So everybody is fine. That's what I'm saying, that it's not all about, it's where everybody with their personality. So some people already build castle that will never work. So when they see someone that's even right, that castle is still the problem. So sometimes when we build some big castle, if we don't bring it down, we'll still be single. We'll still be having age barrier. So sometimes the castle may not work for you. Just try and adjust. Okay, time is going. That's one problem of ladies that are still single and hiding their age. Because they're waiting for a man that, okay, he must have a Range Rover, he must be living in Lekki, he must be this, he must be that, and all those things. And you're waiting for all those things. Whereas someone that is staying in Ikeja,
even very close to you,
living beside the house, every day looking at you. But because you're already downgrading, I'm saying, oh, this Ikeja guy, I don't really want him. And time is going. And maybe that is the will of God for you. Let's not even just bring Christianity. Maybe that's what God really wanted for you. That this Ikeja guy will really go far with you.
Be a good husband.
And you're really neglecting him. I'm saying, no, is this Lekki? Well, you know what that Lekki man is doing. And you're focusing on Lekki man. Lekki man will not come because you're not living in Lekki.
Yeah.
One thing is, your environment is where you are going to, where you position yourself. That's where you meet the man. So if you like, be waiting for Lekki man and you're not in Lekki, waiting for abroad man, you're not in abroad, and you are living in Ikorodu, why don't you just search for a good man in Ikorodu and get married to? Because then I had this mindset too. That's what I'm saying. If you don't bring that my castle you have on your head, it will be a problem.
It has to do with the age.
When I was staying in Bariga, I was saying, hey, all these Bariga guys are very rough, they are not decent. Do you know that my husband stays in Bariga? I grew up in Bariga. So sometimes good people are still there where you don't know. So I have to bring that castle off and say, oh, there's still good people in Bariga. It might be a bad environment, but there's still good people there that are still well cultured and well mannered, that their parents will train them and they still receive the training. So that's one thing. The first thing ladies should do is bring that castle down.
Yes, my guest said bring that castle down. That age that you think maybe you are too old, you are too young to get engaged in a serious relationship. He said bring that castle down. Guest Busola said bring that castle down. Seriously, that's a wonderful one from her, and I still want to ask her one or two questions before we round up for today. Dear viewers, this is Abifa Podcast Show. Kindly go to our comment section, make your comment, like our video, share our video, and subscribe. We have a target that before Christmas we are hitting the 1,000 subscriber level. By January we are hitting 5,000 level. I know you can do that. I know you love this station, you love us, you love Abifa. Thank you. Welcome back. Now, Busola, when it comes to age thing, men don't bother. But women get worried, like you said earlier, get worried because of menopause, because of the science of medicine, because of age. Are you really saying advise your youth lady, who as young as you are, or younger than you, or your category who are not married, that drop that age stuff and go for that man that is you are older than? And you want to tell them that they should go for, if, like you said, will of God. I want you to.
For me, I've advised that getting married early is good.
Yeah.
But one thing is, if the man is not coming and there's some certain things you've not achieved, I'll give you peace. You should not jump into it so that you won't jump out. And age does not really matter. If the man is fine and there's a peace there, go for your peace. There's some men that they will spend for you, do all the old things, and at the end of the day, will still beat you behind
Behind the back.
behind the scene.
Behind the scene, sorry.
And many will still love you and still cherish you, even if they are older than you,
Okay.
or you are older than them.
Okay.
So let's not be going on he's not older, I'm younger. This would be a problem. One thing is, if he's older, fine. Are you finding peace there? Go for your peace. If he's younger and you are older as a lady, and you find peace with him, he's respecting you, are respecting him. He has a good job, you have a good job. You can actually work in team. Because marriage is not label age. It is really the society that is labeling age on marriage. One thing, marriage is companionship. I can stay with you, we can be at peace, we can grow together. If we are actually focusing on that, everybody will not be fighting on this age. And you know, sometimes even these men of a thing, they don't even have problem with the age. But their society and their parents, when the baby say, hey, how old is she? She's this. No, you cannot get married to him. You cannot get this one. You're already bringing someone that is my age. You know, some parents are very, very funny that the way they will just trash the thing and
trash that relationship.
They just say the thing and make it look like rubbish. Whereas they don't look at the value the lady will add to their son. They're not looking at the value the guy too will add to their daughter's life. They're just looking at the age barrier. And age, if we keep holding on to age, many people will still be single. Many people will miss opportunity of good men and still stick at the end of the day married trash. Because I have someone that when we were in school days, good guys were coming for her. But because our uncle was always saying, you finish your studies, face your work, face this one, face that one.
Leave men out.
Leave men. So when men come, good guys that were working and they were okay and everything, and they were sound. We were always chasing them off. Now she's older, even far older than me. Now me and some of my friends, we're already married. And she's not yet married. But now that she wants to get married, people she's saying is not even up to what she wants.
Serious.
So sometimes when we're trying to look at you are younger, that was the issue there. She was younger. And time was going.
Time.
And they were still thinking there was no time. That there was time. Now there's no time again. She's now in haste, and good guys are not coming.
My God.
So sometimes opportunity. That one thing about this thing everything is opportunity. When you pass your season, there was a seminar I went for. They said when you pass a season, when men are coming, you will struggle to get them because that was your season. You've lost your season. You begin to wait for another season, and that season you don't know when it will come. So maybe it's maybe when they are young, that season we begin to see guys. So when they are actually getting older, men will begin to come. So if you know your season, just grab the season and walk towards the season. But if you miss your season, you begin to struggle. And people begin to pitch things into your ear and be saying, time is going. Because time is going, you fall into wrong hand. You start seeing someone that will begin to abuse you negatively and begin to say all manner of things. And you begin to die into that marriage. And be saying, let me just marry because I'm older. And because if I come out, people will say, when did you just enter into this marriage and you are out? So let's not look at the age of a thing, but we should look at, is it companionship I'm going for? Do I have peace there? Am I going to enjoy that place? And if I'm getting married to this man, are there better opportunities in the future for us?
Yes. Thank you, Busola. My guest today really trashed my topic, trashed it very well. And this is the kind of guest I always bring to Abifa Podcast Show. She said, don't miss your season. Don't let the age barrier as a lady or age barrier as a guy, you miss your season. That lady that you think is older, that lady that you think is wise, the wiseness can help your own. That guy you think is too old for you might be a blessing. So today, come to the end of today's program, podcast show, on this topic, age barrier in ladies, and why ladies don't talk about their age, or why ladies hide their age to men. You have heard from my guests, so this is a wonderful one, and I wish when I call you again, Busola, you come here and on another topic, better topic, you come and discuss, because I know you are full of experience. Though you are young, but you are full of experience. Thank you for that. Thank you for coming. So viewers, come to the end of the show for today, a podcast show on this channel. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Bye for now.